Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and as well Libra Rising weekly general tarot reading May 3rd up until May 9th, 2021. And if you find yourself interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below. And there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being said aside, moving straight away to the Libra reading of the week. And the first card we do have for you, Libra, that is going to be the Eight of Swords, followed by the second card, that is going to be the Ten of Wands. Moving next, we do have the Seven of Cups, followed by, that will be the Temperance card. And the last card of your spread, we have the Hierophant here. Okay, so these 5 cards. And long story short here, just at the start to give an overview or summary of the reading, it is that throughout this week, you Libra are going to realize what you are truly capable of. And for the big portion of it, or rather like the core reason of it, it will be because it will hit you a big insight out there that's, you know, for the big part, or for the most part, you have restricted yourself. And now, as you do realize that those restrictions are going to fall down, and it's pretty much the world in front of you is going to open up. And that is pretty much how your week here starts with the Eight of Swords. And I love the strophe for that card. Pretty much the strophe of the card speaks that if the truth is what gonna make you free, then what the denial of the truth is gonna make you. And we're talking about self-truth, all right? Truth about yourself and what you are restraining yourself of doing, you know, what you certain beliefs that you have imposed as well, and so on and so forth. And at the start of the week, as you do contemplate on these stuff, you know, your own restrictions as well, your own code of conduct, your own routine, and so on and so forth, you are going to come up to the conclusion that some or most of those beliefs, restrictions, etc., even criteria, if you will, they're pretty much outdated and they need to be either let go of or replaced. And as you do so, these self-imposed limitations are simply gonna drop off. You're gonna see the world, your relationship, your job, in generally your life from outside of the box. And as you do so, many options available are gonna open up for you. In fact, as I do see the other cards, if you do find yourself at the end of the week 26th up until the 2nd of May to have so little options available, so little to do at the start of the next week as these self-imposed limitations falls down, you're gonna have too many things to do, right? If you see yourself being fit only with one suitor at the start of the next week, you're going to see yourself being fit with many suitors that you can have at that stage. And now the question is not going to be, I might be with somebody, but it's going to be whom I want to be with, okay? And as these self-imposed limitations falls down, we do have the Ten of Wands, and this card speaks about that many things, like I said, are going to start moving around. You're going to have a lot of things to do, or you can involve yourself into a lot of things to do. Now, the only problem with the Ten of Wands here, it is that whenever you sign up for something, you pretty much have to see it through. You're not going to have the luxury to withdraw from it, so you have to be mindful how many endeavors or how many enterprises you know you participate into, because at some point you may find yourself quite overwhelmed. However, the rewards from the Ten of Wands are really amazing, and the biggest reward that you can have from it is power. Okay, for example, you may not be on the highest place of the hierarchy in your work, but the power you will have will allow you to call the shots regardless of your place. So here the hierarchy and power, they do not correspond with one another. Okay. um, the other thing about the Ten of Wands is that the, how can I say, the drive of yours to experience in generally many things is going to be almost insatiable, and that's why you got to be careful not to trap yourself once again this time around, not by restricting yourself, but like I said, to have too many things to do. Just don't allow yourself being beguiled of you know, nice speeches, and as well sugar coated, I don't know, opportunities, but it will serve you very well if you take your time to pretty much not explore, but what was the word? Research what you are involving yourself into before you actually jump into it. Because at some point with this card, you can go just this far, or in other words, you hear the sense of, you know, knowing when to stop, or rather like when one thing it's pretty much done, and continuing it further, it will be just, you know, stressful, unnecessary, and as well futile. It will be very sharp in you, and thus it's highly unlikely that you're going to throw yourself into things that are not worth it. But again, just the passion may play a rather how can I say, bad joke on you. And right after this movement of the environment, you know, and you now have your world opened, and you can strive for power either into your career or either into your relationship, the Seven of Cups takes place. And that card is actually a pretty nice follow-up to the Ten of Wands, because the biggest thing that it does into the material world is pretty much protecting or shielding one from making a colossal fail. In other words, if you do the wrong thing throughout the week, the most that you're going to experience as a punishment, it's a disappointment that is going to bounce you back at the starting point where you can try anew. However, in order to avoid that with the Seven of Cups, it will be best if you don't fly in the cloud nine, but rather being more grounded and more objective toward the situation itself, either career-wise or either relationship-wise. The best thing about the Seven of Cups, it is that at this stage, you realizing what you are truly capable of. Now certain dreams and goals of yours that beforehand they looked celluloid, they looked unreachable, they looked pretty much a wishful thinking, how they are actually quite accomplishable. It may take you a long time to do so, but now with your newfound strength, with your newfound abilities or capabilities, you can definitely get there where you want to find yourself at. Again, that will be the reward of power. Again, here I need to plead to you that you should not involve yourself with things that you are not 100% certain you can bring them to the end, because take it as a whirlpool. Right, you throw yourself into the whirlpool, and until you reach the bottom, there is no going out of it. So be mindful which whirlpool you want to throw yourself into. And right after that, here we do have Temperance, and that is also an amazing follow-up here. So with the Temperance, as you do move forward throughout the week, at some point of the week, you're gonna pretty much get the hang of it, okay? With the Temperance, this card represents the middle path, the golden middle that one can adopt, being neither indifferent, neither way too aggressive, but adopting the right measures in every single moment towards every single situation. And in that state, knowing what to do in every single time, knowing how much passion to involve, knowing how much performance to involve into, you are not going to deprive yourself, nor you are going to feel robbed at certain places and with certain people as well. On another level, the Temperance here to you, Libra, gives you the luxury of respect. Now, what I mean here is that you are going to interact with a lot of people throughout the week. And by sharing your goals that are formed by your newfound strengths and capabilities, not everybody truly is going to agree with you by a large margin, but that doesn't mean that they are going to disrespect you. I mean, they may not agree with you, but they are going to accept your points of view and as well, in generally, your opinion. And that will grow the respect in between one another, and that just not only going to grow the respect, but as well is going to place compassion and solidarity into your career, into your relationship as well. And in generally, temperance, it's a very, very good card when it comes to interacting with your colleagues and with your relationship partner as well, with your family, where you can share your true intentions about yourself, that is. And while others may not be agree with it, they are not going to try to stop you, but instead they're going to respect your wishes, they're going to respect your points of view. And cumulative life can continue afterwards. But the base premise of the temperance, it is that, you know, regarding your long-term goal that beforehand looked celluloid and unreachable, and now with your newfound strengths it's quite reachable, you will know what to do and how to get there. And at the end of the week here, we do have the Hierophant, and that is where you pretty much settle up for the long-term future. Now, the Hierophant reads very differently when it comes to love, when it comes to friendship, when it comes to career. It depends on your situation. The Hierophant reads entirely differently. So in the grand scheme of things, the Hierophant at the end of the week points that whatever problems you do have, that is cumulatively about everything, their resolution can be found and actually exists within your framework of civilization, meaning that pretty much the means and the answer to all of your issues is in front of you. And as you took off the blindfold in front of your eyes, you pretty much have it there, you're having it there, and you can start executing it. The other thing about the Hierophant at the end of the week, it is that your drive is going to attract benevolent support that will at the very least going to guide you where you're trying to go or whom you are trying to be with. But if we have to branch it out here in terms of career and in terms of relationship, in terms of career, the Hierophant points that at the end of the week, you Libra are going to be pretty satisfied with how far you went and what you are doing, what job you have found, or what job you're trying to apply to. This card shows that at this point the rewards are not going to be something you are going to be concerned about, because you will know that what you are involving yourself into or what you are signing yourself into, you are good at it. Okay, you are in the high level of a hierarchy there, and the money are just gonna find you on their own accord. In terms of love, the Hierophant speaks through trust and mutual reliability. And here, you're truly going to see who loves you through the trust and the reliability. And if you have not seen that person from the eyes of love, you're going to find a new definition for love. And this time around, your eyes are going to be fulfilled or filled up with love toward that person. It could be the one that you are with right now. It could be someone new as well. It does severely depends on your personal situation. That being said, Libra, this was your weekly general tarot reading for May 3rd up until May 9th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.